Hello, welcome to Kings Hill Baptist Church's Christingle service. It's really good to have you here. I know it's a bit different this year, as everything is a bit different this year, isn't it? But hopefully we'll still be able to have a little bit of fun. You're going to need your Christingle pack. So hopefully you've ordered and received your Christingle pack. It's probably too late to order now if you haven't got one, but you could still just about rustle up some stuff at home, or maybe even take a quick pop out to the shops if you probably can't pop out to the shops really, can you? But anyway, maybe you've got the bits you need lying around at home. What you would need is an orange. You'd need a little bit of red ribbon, maybe with a piece of double-sided sticky tape or even normal sellotape, or maybe a craft glue dot, just big enough to go around the orange. Doesn't need to be very big. You would need 4 cocktail sticks. You will need a little packet of sweets of some kind, or if you don't do sweets, then some raisins or something like that, or maybe you've got sweets and raisins, and that would be amazing. But anything like that, anything sweet or nice to stick on your cocktail sticks would be good. You're going to need a squarish bit of foil, and you're going to need a candle. I've got a big silver one, you've probably got a smaller white one, and those will be absolutely fine. So we'll come to the Christingle in a minute. We'll come and do that. But I thought we might talk a bit about what Christingles were. In fact, I thought we'd talk about the word. You know, it's funny, I was looking at the word Christingle and I thought to myself, there's Christ in there. And I thought, you know, there's not just Christ in the word, there's Christ and in the word. And I realised that actually a Christingle is Christ in gl. What do you mean you don't know what a gl is? Well, here we go. How many gls can you spot coming up? GLE. Perhaps GLE is the gifts left enticingly under the tree, Santa's grotto left empty. I wonder how many more you can spot. Did you catch both of those too? See if you can keep count. Maybe the best part of Christmas is the food. Because after all, who doesn't like all the festive nosh, the giant lunch helpings, washed down with generously ladled ethanol, that's alcohol and booze for those of you that are too young to know, and glasses long emptied. Christmas is the time when we all get less healthy, but generally like everything. Meanwhile, the relatives are doing their thing. Grandad likes eggnog and has googly lopsided eyes, while we're wondering if the dog has swallowed Granny's last earring, because golden labs eat all kinds of stuff. It can all get a bit much, and we're quite relieved when guests leave early. We flop on the sofa afterwards like grumpy little elves because we've got little energy, perhaps gazing at the glowing log embers or watching TV, whether that's sport, Good Luck England or whoever you support, or the Christmas specials with their good-looking entertainers. The tree, perhaps like ours, is a green leafy example of a gorgeous lighting event covered in glittery, lovely embellishments, or maybe even weird cats, and a Christmas Totoro. That's a lot of GLs, a lot of GLEs. How many did you spot so far? There were 20 so far. So is Christ in all of those things? Is Christ in the lovely food? In all the exciting times we spend with relatives? In all of the great fun things we like doing? I would say so. So a Christingle is a little bit about saying Christ is in everything. And Christ, of course, just another word for Jesus. So let's have a look at putting our Christingle together. So you're going to need your orange. I've got my super big orange. And you're going to need your red ribbon. Now my red ribbon had some double-sided sticky tape on, and I've taken the double-sided sticky tape paper off the top of it, and then I'm going to just wrap it around. You can see I've already wrapped it around. I had to do a little bit in advance for this one. Wrapped it around, and then I'm going to stick it together just like that. And then my ribbon is nicely wrapped around my orange like that, just right around the middle. So the orange represents the whole world. That's what the orange is supposed to be. It's about Jesus in the whole world, okay? And the red ribbon, some of you might remember this, the red ribbon reminds us that Jesus' blood was shed when he died, and actually through his death we get an amazing access to be with God, okay? And that's the really wonderful thing that we remember about Jesus. Next thing you're going to need, have you done that bit yet? If you haven't done that bit, you can always pause. If you're still fiddling with little bits of sticky tape or craft dots or something like that, you can always pause the video. So you can't pause me in church, can you? So, next you're going to need your little toothpick bamboo, your little skewers, your little wooden skewers, just like that, cocktail sticks. I've got some big bamboo skewers, okay, and I'm going to stick mine. And you're going to stick these in the top, kind of at a bit of an angle. So you've got 4 of them, okay, and they're going to stick out. It's going to look a bit like an old Sputnik satellite, or it's going to look a bit kind of exciting, like a kind of arty model of something or other. And the 4 sticks you can think of in 2 ways. They represent either the 4 seasons of the calendar, or they represent the 4 corners of the earth. So another way of thinking about Jesus in everything, in the whole world. Right, the next thing you're going to need, probably should have done this bit before the skewers, but never mind. The next thing you're going to need is your foil, and you're going to need your candle. Now I'm going to just, you should have a hole at the top of your orange. If you haven't got a hole at the top of your orange, or maybe if the hole that has been cut there is dried up a little bit and it's a bit tight, you might want to just gently enlarge that a little bit. You could probably use your finger, or if you don't fancy getting your finger sticky, you might find a grown-up to help you with a knife, or maybe a potato peeler or apple corer, just gently. They might be a bit big, so be careful. You don't want to make the hole too big because you don't want your candle to be flopping around. You want your candle to be quite tight there. So then we're just going to use the candle to push the foil down into the hole. All right, and there we go, and keep it in place. Now the foil doesn't really represent anything at all. It's just there to stop wax dripping on our hands and dripping down the orange. You can turn it up a little bit, make it into a little bit of a tray to catch any wax really well if you want to. So if you want the foil to represent something, it can represent us, because just like it reflects light, actually we are also called to reflect Jesus and reflect his light and reflect his love to other people through the things that we do, the things that we say, and the actions that we take. So now you've got your candle, you've got your silver foil, you've got your ribbon, and you've got your 4 corners of the world. You've got your bamboo sticks. Now you need your sweet treats. So that might be your sweets. I've got a couple of bigger sweets here, and I'm just going to try and squeeze these onto here. I've actually put my skewers the wrong way around because they've only got points at one end. So I'm going to quickly switch my one round. I'm going to start skewering my sweets on here. They can be a bit stiff and sticky, but you can usually manage it. There we go. There's one. And then I'm going to do the same with this one. I'm actually going to skewer it here. A bit easier to skewer it while it's out of the orange, and then slide it back into the orange when I'm done. Now the sweets and the raisins, or whatever sweet lovely treats you've got to put on there, represent the good things that Jesus gives us. You could think about it as it representing the harvest time things that we remember, the fruits of the earth, if you like. So like everything that grows, and also all of the animals as well. Woo. Squeeze it down. Or you could think about the good things that we get from Jesus and God as being actually the people that we love, being the good things that we enjoy, the amazing gifts that we have of our own selves and our own personalities, and the love that we have to share with others. I think probably the love we have to share with other people is the best gift of all. And then you might, if you've got raisins or something else sweet, you could stick that on. I've got apricots because they're big and they kind of match the scale of what I'm doing here. Now look, I've put one of each on. Don't tell anyone, especially nobody who's looking after you and trying to supervise you, but you could probably put on as many as you could fit. I wonder how many sweets you can fit on one cocktail stick. So there we go. There's our Christingle. Candle, orange, ribbon, cocktail sticks, sweets, and or fruit. And now with the foil and the candle, we're going to light the candle because we remember that Jesus is the light of the world. Now, when I light the candle, I'm going to take extra special care. I've got matches. You might have a clicky lighter, or you might be lighting it some other how. Whatever you do, take care. If you're using matches, strike them away from yourself. Watch out for other people's hair and other people's bodies and, like, you know, clothes and stuff that's hanging, decorations and things like that, and be really careful as you light it. And once your candle's lit, blow out the match, but try not to blow out the candle at the same time. And that's easier said than done sometimes. So there we go. There's our Christingle. Now I've got a few more GLEs. I wonder if you can spot any others. Is Jesus just for the bits of Christmas that we do in church, do you think? Is Christ only in the gentle lullabying evening singing as the choirs sing carols by candlelight? Is it only about a girl looking expectant as she arrives in Bethlehem? The shepherds in the field, shocked at Gabriel's loud entrance. The gift-laden Easterners arriving on camels. Sure, Christ, Jesus, is in all of these, but Christ is also in our everyday. It's in our gravy lumps exploding as the Christmas dinner goes wrong. It's in our get lost everyone when we've really had enough. It's in our greasy leftovers existing in the fridge long after the festivities are finished. Christ is in all of it. Because the point of Christmas is God lives here, right here with us, every day, every place. Christingle, Christ in God loves everyone. Do you know how many there were altogether, including the ones I did before making the Christingle and the ones I made after? There were 29. I wonder if you spotted them all. 29. Well done if you did. If you are missing the fact that we would normally sing at one of our services, our Christingle and Nativity services at Kings Hill Baptist Church, or any of the other events we'd normally do, then our band, our Christmas band, have put together some fantastic videos for you to have a little look, and they've got the words you can sing along with the band if you like. They recorded it in lockdown all separately, and then someone's very cleverly all put it together. I'm very grateful for the band and to people who've been editing it and looking out for it. We're really, really grateful for that. It looks great. If you want to see those, there should be some links coming up at the end of the video. Little pictures should appear, and you'll be able to click on those, and they'll take you to the next to those videos as well if you want to see those. And I might manage also to put in a couple of other links to fun Christmas videos like a Christmas nativity made out of Lego and things like that. So I hope that you can find the things that you enjoy this Christmas, even though you might not have a lot of those GLEs that I was talking about because of where we are in Buckinghamshire and what's happening to us here. So whatever is happening to you this Christmas, I hope you're able to find lots of fun. I hope you're able to enjoy time with one another, and I hope you enjoy some sweet treats and some beautiful light to share with one another. Merry Christmas!